cinematic preview of where we're at. This is a kind of a recap where we are now in. I guess we're about to hit episode 13. We've just completed episode 12, and this is our industrial area, which is meh, not the greatest, honestly. Not what I was expecting to see in the beginning of the. There you go. Now you can see the whole thing. It actually doesn't look too terrible, all things considered, I suppose. But this is our main city. There's our square about. I think we're going to probably end up having to redo that a little bit as we go along here. The um, these nice big collector roads here. It's time that we start turning these into tram roads. We now have the money to do so, and it's going to be an exciting new build for episode 13. We might end up having to take out that square about as well, but we're going to try and turn a bunch of this into a tram area. Oh, this is our nice little parkway we built near our um, large elementary school, which is getting a lot of visitors. And here's our seaside town area as well. So if we turn this into tram stops, I think we're going to get a lot more tourism there as well. Clearly this is just some more of our seaside resort town area, which is, well, actually, is it? No, because it doesn't look mid-century modern. Well, yes, it is, because this is certainly still part of that seaside resort area. Um, and let's see. This is our build. We need to try and flesh out soon. So once we have the tram set up, I think we're actually going to do that where we create a disconnected area right there using the tram. So we just finished this area here. This is where we spent a lot of time to the left. You can see I actually just learned about change. Oh, and this is our new industrial area, which we still need to flesh out. So that is coming. That is coming. I don't know if we're getting there in episode 13, but I think we'll get there maybe episode 14 or 15 at this point. Um, and we might still tweak this area too, actually, come to think about it. But it is looking better. Definitely a lot better than it was to begin with. I think this is one of our original little build areas. Yes, it definitely is. This is by our main intersection. It really likes to show off the industry apparently right now, whereas before it did such a great sweep through of that new area that I had built, and I really would like it to do that again. You can see I've upgraded all this into these palm trees. Oh, I missed a little bit of got a little bit of purple down there I need to take care of. But you can see this is the area we just started fleshing out. It's not fully finished yet. I put in a little bit of the residential. Again, we're back to some of our old area. Let me see if I can start the cinematic over again right where I want it. I think it will work. Oh, that looks nice. This is our farmland area. Let's see. Here's where we just completed this right here. In terms of kind of finally finished fleshing it out and making it look nice. I haven't finished putting in all the residential here. I think this is mostly going to be residential. I might actually put some high density here in the center. I'm not sure how that's going to look. But one thing I definitely want to do now that I have money, is build out a tram system and have a tram come into the center of this, especially if I'm going to make it a high density in the middle here. This road layout hopefully will allow traffic to not be too cumbersome for the area. And we can also still branch this way and do another one, which is part of why there's a collector road here. But I'm not sure if we will, because now we can absolutely create our worker area here and have it. Ooh, sorry. Oh, excuse me, and have it become more of a a truly disconnected area. I want to see if we can make that work nicely. Maybe we'll put a tram stop on each side of it and one in the center, something like that, and have it loop around. So we will play around with that and see if we can make it look and act the way we want it to really be a helpful thing. Let's see what else can we do. All right, I'm gonna just turn it back to cinematic again. to hit this and cinematic camera. Oh, look, that actually looks really nice right there. That's our their main old town area there. Um, with a little bit of high density residential. Um, yeah, that's where it basically all started right over here. Wow, and I was able to get a lot of neat tricks done using only vanilla mechanics, and it works very well for our needs. This is that one very beginning section where I actually didn't separate the road out, which I'll have to do. I'll have to really kind of come along and take care of some of those things that I missed. It's really neat that I could change the trees. I might go through some of the old neighborhoods and change some of the path trees around a little bit. I definitely maybe went a little overboard doing two or three types here, but I think it looks nice. I think it really does look nice. Um, and this is just a corner of it. The initial cinematic shots we've shown before. Oh, that's nice. That's a good shot right there with the elementary school and the fire department, or library and fire department, I should say. And there's our park that we built out so nicely. And there is the Society Hill area that I built out earlier. Um, and I might still continue with this craziness just to have like craziness, because I like a mix. I want to see a mix of different things happening in the city. I don't want it to be all one way. I like it to look like it was built organically over time instead of just a fully planned city. I think that's part of the charm of any city is when you have like these different sections that were had like different thought patterns, and we're gonna probably end up having to come back through and delete and change some old sections and make them reintegrate. Just like a new city, like just like a real city might. Take over and say no, no, this needs to be redone here and there. Um, Although we'll tend not to, which again, real city would actually probably tend not to. But you can always eminent domain and say no, we're redoing this section and this is blah blah blah. So we'll probably try and like straighten out some of these curves over here. And that is again the library and firehouse. Oh, it looks really nice in that view. So, and again, this is where we're going to come to. So, thanks for watching along. I'm just going to kind of post this as a little like teaser trailer thing. I think that would be helpful for everyone who's been watching along and wants to see where we're at and where things are going to, because this is where things are by episode 12, and we're going to start episode 13 very soon. But I think, as at the time of this release, we're probably only releasing episode 6 or 7 on YouTube when you're going to be seeing this preview. So that means, there's a few more episodes coming up where a lot of this gets ironed out. Thanks very much for being here and taking part. I really would love to hear any feedback anyone has on the city design. Like what things am I not considering? What things would you like to see me doing? And what tips and tricks were helpful, weren't helpful, things like that. I'm the first to admit that it's not a perfect city, but it's always a work in progress, and that's kind of, I think, the most fun of City Skylines is that it is that sort of always a work in progress. And we have redone things several times, like, oh, let's change this around, let's change that around, oh, let's tweak this, and we didn't come in and just say this is exactly how it will be the first time through, and it will never change. That makes it an experience in my opinion, and I hope you guys agree. Thanks so much. Have a great one.